the fine line between professional patience and dangerous doubt. Imagine this. The chart has just reached the exact zone you marked in advance. The setup is almost complete. The price has reacted, and both stop loss and take profit are clear. Everything is ready, but your finger freezes on the entry button. You don't pull the trigger, and you don't walk away either. You just stare at the screen. The price pauses for a moment, then starts the exact move you were waiting for from the beginning. You're still on the sidelines, telling yourself, "See, I should have taken it." Next time, to make sure you don't miss out again, you enter earlier, right before the price turns around and hits your stop. This is where the difference between patience and doubt becomes critical. From the outside, they look almost the same, but the results are completely different. In this video, the goal is to understand when waiting is professional patience and when it's just running away from making a decision. Part 1. What is professional patience? Professional patience means knowing exactly what you are looking for while accepting that conditions are not fully in place yet. It means having a plan before the price ever reaches your zone. You already know what kind of reaction you want to see to enter, and in which cases you will simply do nothing. For example, if the price reaches support, shows signs of reversal, and the risk to reward is acceptable, I will go long. Here, patience means waiting for those conditions to be met, not being afraid to enter. A professional trader waits because there are rules. A doubtful trader waits because they are not even sure what they are afraid of. That's the key difference. Part 2. What does dangerous doubt look like? Dangerous doubt usually starts when the entry conditions are already in place, but the trader's mind begins creating endless questions. What if this reaction is not strong enough? What if the market suddenly reverses? What if there's some hidden news I don't know about? What if it's better to wait for one more candle? Watching the next candle is not always wrong, but when every new candle becomes just another excuse to delay the decision, it's no longer patience. At that point, the trader is not looking for logical confirmation. They're chasing a feeling of total safety. The market never gives you complete safety. If you sit around waiting for zero-risk entry, you'll either never get in or you'll only get in after the best part of the move has already passed. Part 3. Why do traders confuse doubt with patience? From the outside, both look like doing nothing, but behind professional patience, there is a clear plan. Behind doubt, there is a hidden fear. A patient trader says, "My conditions aren't met yet, so I'm not entering." A doubtful trader says, "The conditions are almost there, but something still doesn't feel right." That good feeling can be very dangerous. Trading is not always about entering with total comfort. The market is not here to give you guarantees before you act. You are supposed to work with probabilities, not certainty. When a plan exists and its conditions are met, not making a decision is a decision in itself, and that decision can be the reason you keep missing your best opportunities. Part 4. How do we know if we're being patient or just hesitating? Ask yourself one simple question. Exactly what am I waiting for? If there is a clear answer, it is probably patience. For example, waiting for a candle to close above resistance, waiting for the price to return to POI, waiting for a more logical stop-loss placement, waiting for an important news release to pass before deciding. But if the answer is, "I don't know, I'm not just sure yet," that is usually doubt. Professional patience always has defined conditions. Doubt keeps changing the conditions. First, it's "I'll wait for the next candle." Then it becomes "I'll wait for one more confirmation." Then it's "Now the price has moved too far." In the end, you are left with a solid analysis and a trade that never happened. Part 5. How do we reduce doubt? First, decide before the price reaches your zone. When the price is still away from your entry area, your mind is calmer. That is the time to write down the conditions that will make you enter and the conditions that will make you walk away. If you leave that decision for the exact moment the price hits, the level, excitement, fear, and market noise will push you into your thinking. Second, turn entry into rules, not feelings. Instead of saying, "It feels like the market is ready, I'll enter," say, "If the price breaks this level, gives a pullback, and shows a confirmation signal, I'll enter." The clearer your entry rules are, the less space there is for doubt to take over. Third, keep your risk small. Many times doubt is not caused by a weak analysis, but by oversized position size. When the lot size is too big, even a small fluctuation feels scary. If the risk per trade is reasonable, it becomes much easier to execute your plan, because even if the trade loses, you know your account and your mindset will not be badly damaged. Part 6. Summary. Professional patience means waiting for conditions you've defined in advance. Dangerous doubt means delaying decision when the conditions are already there just because your mind is chasing the perfect certainty. The market never offers a 100% safe point. If you keep chasing certainty, you either never enter or always enter late. But if you have a clear plan, control your risk, and know exactly what you are waiting for, patience becomes a skill, not an excuse to avoid decisions. For a professional trader, the key isn't speed of decision making, it's the ability to stay with the plan instead of backing away without a real reason. Think about last trade you didn't take and later saw that your analysis was right. Was that really patience or was it doubt? Share your experience in the comments.